It's the season finale of Real Housewives of Potomac, and finally the shit just gets entertaining. Now they're gonna end it. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV super fan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
It's over. It's over now. Move over. It's my turn now.
It's like Mariah Carey. You seen that when she blew them? What up, AfterBuzz? It's your boy DJ Jesse Jane here in studio for the Real Housewives of Potomac season finale, season 2. I'm joined in studio by Richie, Skye.
Yeah. Glad to be back.
Yeah, we had a little week off.
Little week off there.
No reason. All right, that's fine. Let's talk about it. Let's hop right on into it. So it started right where it left off. Karen versus Ashley, calling her an idiot. I'll leave it to the people who bestowed it on me. Not some idiot mongrel running around. She's like, girl, get your life together before you want to call me an idiot.
See, I would have respected Ashley more had she not backtracked later and apologized. Because it was like, you're apologizing for an invite to an obligatory event. Like, you got to be there. Come on now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have apologized.
But I did love how Ashley kept being like, someone be on the email chain, right?
I'm going to get the email.
Karen out here looking from underneath her curled mop head rug like, I don't know if we will or not. Giselle was hilarious in that moment too because she was egging the whole thing. Well, Karen, what about the sisterhood? The sisterhood, Karen?
Karen, that was so mean.
I just expected my girlfriends to support me more in this move. Well, you lying to them, girl. Like, they confused.
She does always talk down to them as though she's sitting on a throne somewhere.
Well, she's sitting on a
high up above her boobies.
Yeah, over in
Great Falls.
Great Falls.
Which is far from Potomac.
Right. Even we got Robin even over here talking about this far girl. She says she's not inviting everyone to her 20th anniversary party, but the party theme is what I hate people. Is exotic.
See,
the cultural appropriation in this episode.
So me and one of my friends are watching that, and he was like, "Is that cultural appropriation?" I was like, "I feel like I don't know."
100% is this culture. First of all, girl, like you talking about exotic, and you're like, yeah, like Indian and African, and we'll just blend them together.
No,
like,
she
okay,
said,
I understand you with the chic.
It's inclusive.
And Monique surely didn't help.
Now, would it have been better had she said Bollywood?
Yeah, because that's one theme, but even still not really.
But here's the thing, though, like
it's like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you really celebrating the culture, or are you really like just trying to dress up in a turban and call yourself Aladdin? You know what I'm saying? Like, no. And if you caught that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just that's what I felt like we just experienced from Michael showing up like, and then saying to what's his name, Monique's husband. He was like, when he was like, "Oh, you can go inside the house and check around." He's like, "I'm a black man. I ain't trying to get in trouble. You white. You can get." He said, "Well, tonight I'm dressed like this, so I'm just like you." Sir, what do you be saying to Ashley? That's what I want to know. He's like, I'm not even gonna, because that's
I was
really
about
bad.
to say something.
I was about to say crazy shit.
I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
I want to know what the people out there
it.
think. Do y'all think that was cultural appropriation?
And then Monique won with
Danita. No.
What did she
say?
say?
She said cancel the franchise, please. No.
No, I
girl,
actually am here
no.
for it. And actually, this was their best episode.
Exactly. I'm like, they just getting warmed up.
How do you watch the live stream, girl? We here. Right.
How do you expect to have her to have a real party where she ain't got no house?
She had a house.
Well, I mean, she's
renting.
renting. I mean, and she's just like us.
I've been to some nice Airbnb parties.
Bloop.
With no furniture inside. Bloop. I see them on Love and Hip Hop all the time.
Okay.
And Wags. What's it called? So, this exotic party with Monique and her culture appropriation of talking about India, and you're going to show up with a headdress.
I feel like somebody said, or maybe it was in her Instagram or something somewhere that said that she was like a percentage Native American.
Who said that?
I think she said that.
She probably did, and I probably said the same exact thing. But most Native Americans, when they see someone else of color claiming, and especially when they claim that Cherokee, the Native usually look over and be like, "Nah, son. Someone lied to you. Someone lied to you." Right. So the party theme's exotic, and what's the costumes like? Details are forthcoming.
These details for this party were just as sketchy as her house buying, renting. Like the whole process has been sketchy. Now you're having a sketchy party. Like, when does it end, Karen? Like, be definitive with your.
For real, like it just smelled like desperation. Sorry, boo. But I mean, that house was everything. 1,400 square feet, 9 bedrooms. Wish we could have seen them.
My thing is, why y'all need 9 bedrooms, just 2 of y'all?
I mean, that always confuses. That's why I know, like...
Maybe, you know what? You said Airbnb. That's what they doing with those other 8 rooms.
They live sharing. Karen has lived sharing.
I got it. They're making a profit. That's how he became the Black Bill Gates.
I did hear that there is a black Airbnb.
Come on now.
A version of it. Okay, so she's talking to Ray about the exoticness and how she wants the costumes to be exotic countries. Exotic countries are sexy to Karen. And she was like, let's do Indian. And she said Bollywood, and then said belly dancers, which not really Indian, but that's fine. And then Ray said, well, I want to wear my dashiki.
See,
Which I think Ray was the only person wearing any sort of African at all.
I feel like he was trying to take it back. Like you might be going down a path, Karen, that we don't necessarily
Of appropriation that we
right. So I think that's why he said, "Why not African? You know, something a little bit more familiar." You know what I'm saying?
And she was like, I mean, it's a little dusty. Speaking of dusty, Robin and Juan had a conversation
Shade.
about Robin's therapist conversation and how she had to go on a date with somebody. And
I'm gonna come back to this comment.
I love it. Does it have to do with Karen?
Black Bill Gates. Anyway, go back.
What?
No, somebody said I still think he's Peter Thomas in a suit. Oh God. Thank you, Jay, for that one. I appreciate you.
Yeah, that's everything. All right. I just have this love-hate relationship. I want to smack the shit out of Juan because I want them to work. She loves you. She wants you. She will do anything for you, and you love her too. But you're being a fucking fuckboy right now. Get out of your feelings. Get out of your feelings and treat this woman the way she needs to fucking be treated. Like for what? Like
are both extremely attractive.
yeah. 100%. Robin was
extremely
banging this whole
attractive.
episode, like in that green Bollywood.
Oh my
situation,
God! Like
yep.
she looked.
I actually put her best
like
dressed.
amazing, and he like when they were sitting there having this awkward ass discussion. I'm like, y'all are both so attractive. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. And Juan, you too fine, but that's why you act like that, because you know you fine. And these bitches be out here like, I'll suck your dick.
Throwing it at
and
him.
you're like, yep, all right.
I felt like he did not want to have that discussion on camera.
I think he never wants to discuss it on camera.
That's why I feel like he's always seems so aloof, is because he don't like really want to go down that road.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like
she did something too.
They push her to go down that road. That's why she said, I don't want to do this shit.
And also, on the reunion, he says there's 2 sides to every story.
Well, I'm ready to hear that.
Me too, because this reunion looked like it about to be lit. So at the end of all of this, where he looked like he was so not into the conversation, he said, let's try for 6 months to work on our relationship. Cool. I'm here for it.
I'm not, because it's been about 6 months since they finished, and it looks like they're still together.
Right. Speaking of people who aren't together, Giselle and Kevin...
She pulled something I would have done. Let me make you think it was your idea for us to break up or not talk, because I really don't want to be the one to say it.
But here's my thing. Giselle, walk away. Why are you on a date with this man that you know you don't want to be on a date with?
Because producers tell her she got to wrap this up.
I feel like this is something she would do with the cameras there or not. Why has this situationship with Kevin been dragged out for years? Because it's always been this kind of like, we kind of like each other, kind of not. And it always blows my mind when you're in that situation, when you're like, you know, I don't want to ruin the friendship. Well, eventually the friendship gonna get ruined because this isn't a real friendship.
This is what I think. You know how, like, y'all know what I'm talking about too. You know how you talking to somebody and they cute, they look good on paper, they got everything, you know, that you need. They'll take you out, you know, you can go out with them and it's safe. You know what I'm saying? But then, you know, in the back of your mind, that there's also this other person over here that makes you feel like this spark, you know what I'm saying? This thing, but they just not really ready, or they just not good for you. You know what I'm saying?
And then
I feel
that's
like,
who you choose.
Okay, that's who you end up choosing. And then you end up heartbroken in the long run.
3 kids, divorce.
And then, hold on, and this is the cycle.
Kevin
then
come
you
back.
call up Kevin.
Yeah.
Hey, boo, how you doing? You want to go get some food? That's what happens. I feel like that's why they've been doing this little song and dance.
And that's why you single, Giselle.
Although, well, we'll tell later.
Well, no, I don't even believe it. And also, I would love to know Kevin's financial situation.
He seems like he's.
I think he seems like he's got a nice.
You think if he was more popping in the finances, she would be interested in him?
Like, Giselle, why are you dating a basketball? Like, what?
If he was a
Girl.
basketball player, he could probably got some money.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's probably the only reason she's dating the basketball
okay.
player. Because, like, you sitting here, like, you want a man that's going to look like you have a family. So you're going to go date a basketball player? Do you want to be on Basketball Wives? Like, I'm just confused. Like, are you trying
Oh,
to
no,
show?
Giselle, you don't want to be on that show.
But, I mean, I think she might. Because I'm just like, basketball players,
running
not
from
to say
Jackie
every
Christie.
basketball player cheats, but I'm just saying they don't have the best reputation.
But I don't even know if.
And she's
I
too
feel
old
like
to be out here lusting
I don't
over
feel like
dick.
she really wants a real, like, long-term relationship right now.
But that's something she has to admit to herself because she hasn't.
Right.
We saw Monique's new house with Charisse, Ashley, and Karen.
Which is so ironic that Karen was there.
And for her to be like, oh, it's so funny, Ray and I actually looked in this area, but you couldn't afford it.
You might have looked at it when you was driving by.
Right. On your way to Great Falls. Charisse, and I meant to bring Sage in today so we could start the show off with Sage. Charisse would be the friend that has Sage. That would totally be me in there. In, out with the bad, in with the new. And then they called her the Duchess of Potomac.
Boom.
Sorry.
By Karen.
But let's talk about this fucking party. Ray comes on his dashiki. Karen is turned on.
Clearly.
Which I'm like, even when she showed him the picture, he's like, "What you ain't? Are you wearing anything under there?" She's fully clothed, fully. There was no skin. There was nothing to see, which didn't need to. But I'm just saying there was nothing to see. Like what?
I don't. Oh,
What
God.
was that, Richie? Like I'm
Is it
just
like-
their relationship, and then her son, just horrified in the back leg.
You know, I love them together, right? But I don't need to see them, right? Okay, she is. I don't need to see her and Ray in any intimate way.
Richie,
It's just,
when they made
oh my God. Like I
My
was like this.
My friend texted me and she said, "Can you please record yourself watching the episode? Because at the end, I know your face is going to do something." And literally, me and my roommate are watching it, and as soon as and I was like, I'm not going to fucking record. I don't know when this is going to happen. When Karen grabbed his face the second time and did whatever she did with that bottom
And
lip,
ate it.
I don't know what that was. It looked like one of those like fish on the side of a tank that like, and did what she did to Ray's bottom lip. Like, I don't know what my neck did. It was just like on like.
I was shocked, you know, because the first kiss seemed so like
Honest, genuine, like
right.
20 years.
And then out of nowhere, she just takes his face and she sucks it off, and I was like, "Oh my God!" Like,
Look, my chair's sinking.
but then I thought to myself, well, maybe that's why they stayed together for so long.
Yeah, that's how she got that coin. She was like, "Honey, this is what I do to his dangling, not just his face." Oh my god, that was so intense. Even Karen's other friend, who apparently is her like real
And-
friend, didn't know.
The girl in the background, her face. I gotta make a meme of that.
I gotta also say, DC casting must have been popping to have invited all these people over to Great
Because
Fall.
no one knew who they were.
And everybody just seemed really confused. Like, when you have a party and you're hosting it, like, and you don't come out before your guests are all out there enjoying themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You serve them food and liquor. Like, you have that out there available, so that by the time you come out, they're not complaining.
Exactly. We don't even live in mansions, yet we do that ourselves.
Sure do. My game nights, I have a real cute layout for my spread.
No, the moment you step in, you have to take a shot. That's how you start the party.
Okay. Bitch, y'all was a drive-by.
Ah, wait, she can suck the skin off a grape.
I don't like the vision of Karen just like.
I tell you, y'all tickling me tonight. Elder
You know
abuse.
who Karen reminded me of? Karen with that one wig tonight. She reminded me of the Empress from The Emperor's New Groove. Remember her? All right.
Oh, God.
Monique shows up with her Native American headpiece.
And she walked in that party like she was serving it. Like she was totally right for this.
Your Twitter must have been interesting the other night. And then Michael, what the fuck? Michael and his little rap. But
I would have preferred Michael and his rap versus whatever Monique's husband showed up in. That jogging suit? Really? You just came in a jogging suit.
Well,
your wife is dressed as a Native
in all
American and
fairness,
you're in a jogging suit.
I
Like,
don't
at
want to
least
see
I
him
would
in
rather
no
see-
leather tarp or nothing around his dangling ass.
I want to see, like, just come in with something. Like you put some effort into it.
Be a bear. She the native and you the bear. Like, I'm just like, cause yeah, he put no effort.
However, I love them as a couple.
Yeah, they're fun. Michael, then these Bollywood dancers come out, and then all of a sudden, the Congo drums come out, and I'm just like, is this Candy's wedding or something? Like, what's happening?
You know how, okay, so let me say something. And I gotta, like, I'm gonna get on the production of this. Sometimes on some shows, you can tell that something should look extra spectacular, but it still doesn't look extra spectacular. So typically on television, I feel like they can make something look fabulous. Like, I feel like people, when they watch us, they think we are in a huge room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we in a shack.
But the way they have it set up, it looks fabulous, right? So I feel like when I'm watching it, I'm waiting to be hit with some type of...
Spoiler alert! Spoiler
Oh,
alert!
because we
Okay.
tell people we in a shack.
No, but I'm saying I'm waiting to see something like fabulous, but it doesn't look that way at all on television. And so I can only imagine what it looked like when they're actually there.
Like a carnival piece
Exactly.
together.
Like, yeah.
And like I said, the spread of the house looked like a cute situation, but it looked like the
If you have a-
ending scene of The Great Gatsby where they were like, "I am cut."
I just feel like if you have a house like that, I mean, you better call Rent-A-Center or somebody and have them furnish that thing like I need it to look like Lisa Vanderpump's house. Try. If you're gonna call yourself the grand dame of anything,
Yeah.
I need to see glitz and glam.
There needs to be
You know
a
what I'm
tour of
saying?
this house that's such that you want us to
Yeah.
support so much.
Exactly.
All right, then that's where Monique said that basically Karen's renting the home for 24 months. Well, leasing it, really, because
Now, who told us this bit of information? Because it
Monique.
was good.
Monique said it to Ashley.
Okay.
And then that's when Michael was like, "Is this a front or something?"
This was the best explanation to me, what she said of what they were doing.
So they're
Because I didn't
renting
get
for
it before.
24
I'm not a real
months.
estate person, so
Yeah, it's like leasing a car. So it's like you get it for 2 years. If you like it and you want to live there, then the money that you've been paying
Right.
goes
It
towards
goes
it.
into
If
that.
not, then you just paid rent,
Right.
and then you can move to Potomac or wherever you think you are. Which again still can leave it in that world of maybe they just didn't find the right piece of land for them in Potomac or something, or I don't know what the case could be, but there's some fishy stuff, and we ain't gonna find out.
I'm not here for that process. What I am is not here for the shroud of secrecy that surrounded it.
And it's only
her
because
being
you're saying
so
the Black Bill
iffy.
Gates.
Right. I mean, she's proclaiming to be the grand dame, but at the end of the day, she's like being really secretive about a move that should be easy, as Monique says.
$4.5 million easy. Karen's dancing all up on Ray. Poor Raven. Poor Raven's boyfriend, who's just sitting there quiet. And then Raven plays this message from Karen's mom, Georgia, which was cute. And then Karen did the ugly cry.
I have another production note. I felt like I was cheated in this moment because I thought, I know a preview can give you lots of feelings about how something is going to happen. So the way they made it seem in the previews was that this was going to be maybe a big reveal, and that is why Karen is in tears. Not so much.
That's what I thought.
I felt disappointed.
Yep.
I mean, it was touching. I wish they hadn't done it in the previews, though. You know what I'm saying?
We didn't. But that's why they did it, because they want us to think like, ooh, Robin done cussed her out at her own party.
Right. Y'all tried it.
Ashley done brought her bank receipts.
Because I feel like she might.
Ashley, you would get sued if you do some shit like that, honey. I don't think Mama Grand Dame plays like that. And then we get, well, it kind of ended right there. So then we get, the little tidbits pieces. So we find out Ashley and Michael's still kind of rocky.
Mm-hmm.
The restaurant's doing horrible still, and they're still selling emu.
They need a rebranding, and fast.
Yeah. And it's funny because I forget who I hung out with the other day, and she was like, yeah, I actually go to Oz all the time, but she just goes to drink. Like, she doesn't eat the food there.
I think it would be fascinating if next season, like, they forced, like,
Chef Ramsay to come on the show and be like,
yeah, like
this place is fucking horrible.
Like Charisse and Ashley to work together on rebranding the restaurant. So Charisse, because she's an event planner or something like that, isn't she? Maybe she needs something to do anyway.
Yeah, she does.
She does. I enjoyed her this season. Actually, the more I watched her, I really enjoyed her. And fun fact, her birthday is the same day as mine.
Really?
Yep. I discovered that on Instagram.
That's why you guys are always smiling. Speaking of Charisse, she still has had no communication with Eddie. But the divorce papers still haven't come through either, which is interesting.
That's an interesting situation. Why? I wonder if that's because I think sometimes people have been married for so long that it's just easier to not get divorced. It's like, why? Like, we could just do our own things, and that's a lot of work. Mm-hmm. A lot of work. So I wonder if that's why they have. Because if you ain't communicating, but no divorce papers have arrived, and she isn't sending any divorce papers, it's kind of like, I mean, everybody just keeps the status quo. She could build another champagne room.
Yeah. And which she is, because she's renovating her whole house, apparently.
Boop. She got that coin.
Robin and Juan are dating and making more time for each other, and she quit therapy.
Do we believe that?
I don't think you should have quit therapy. I'm here for you working it out with Juan, but I feel like you need someone on your side, on your team, to kind of make sure.
Yeah, I think she does need somebody to help make sure Robin is okay.
Giselle, because I also thought it was interesting. And I always go through this.
Juan delivered some
when Juan said,
time shade. I know what you're talking about.
Look at Giselle and Charisse. What are their relationships like? And it's so true, because it just be like, it's always someone who's single giving you some advice about a relationship. And it's like, I know that a lot of the times the advice comes from, mistakes that they've made in the past, and, they don't want you to have to go through the mistakes.
Now, actually, though, sometimes that's the best advice.
Yeah, no, 100%.
When somebody can give hindsight. However, he does have a point,
I don't know if Giselle and Charisse are the best too, only based off how long they sat in the situations. Yeah. Especially Charisse. And right now, Charisse really ain't in the best mental.
It would be nice to try to probably get that type of advice from Karen.
Yeah, because
she's been in a relationship for that long, and I feel like you don't go through that many years of a relationship without
on the bottom of someone's lip like that.
Well, maybe that's why they so. I mean, I think it's something to that. I do.
Well,
I'm just saying. I feel like she might be a better person to like give relationship advice to somebody who's been in a longer situation. You know what I'm saying?
and she always come with a gift, so you know that bitch is a giver. Giselle dating a basketball player that she met at the gym. Like, that just sounds horrible. And her mom approves. All right. And then we get Monique, who on her 5th wedding anniversary went to Dubai and Thailand, but still has not moved into Potomac. Well, all right. On that
Well,
note.
I thought I read that she said that she had they finally furnished the place.
Oh, now?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
this was filmed whenever because they already did the reunion. So
Yeah.
I think we'll find out more at the reunion. And on that note, let's head into predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
Predictions. This reunion looks good. I'm here for it. It gives me like the
Yes.
original reunions, like Karen versus Ashley. I mean, it's just they're all gonna lay it out. The daggers. Bring something to the fight, ladies.
This is the Karen that I love to see. Claws out fighting.
And speaking of Claws, I'm reviewing it right after this show, so yes. Claws out fighting. We get Giselle versus Charisse, and then the sex parties that Charisse apparently might have had while Eddie was away.
I want to hear about that. And I want to hear about whoever Blue Eyes is that apparently Karen got hidden in the closet.
But see, I don't see Karen actually stepping. I think like Karen cheating is like the pool boy, and she's like, "You should wear those shorts again." Like,
Yeah, I can't
you
see
know,
that
those are
either.
my favorite.
I mean, she actually looks happy in her marriage.
Yeah.
Okay, can I say this? I kind of...
Don't repeat what that last person said. That's what you're gonna say? You miss Katie?
Let me tell you why. Katie added an extra dose of like Kenya Moore to me.
I guess like Katie and Ashley together this season would have been.
They would have been like on fire.
It almost would have been a little too much.
It might have been too much, but I just feel like Katie was a controversial character,
She was.
and she didn't mind going at it. You know what I'm saying? Now, storyline wise, I don't know what she would have done, but you know, I think she could have brought it.
All right. Well, I'm here for it.
I do think they need a 7th person though.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think they're going to drag this reunion out too many episodes, and the drama will be few and far between.
I feel like it's probably only going to be 2 episodes.
Yeah, it isn't. I think it's only 2. I wish
Yeah.
it was 1. Like maybe give us an hour and 15 minutes and cut it off.
Well,
One
give me 2 hours if it's all good stuff.
Yeah. If
Like,
it
I
was
need some
Atlanta,
real-
but I don't know.
Well,
Potomac
even
had
Atlanta could have been 2 episodes. Let's be real.
4 episodes. That was too much.
It could have been an episode, 2 episodes, and a bonus.
But yeah, and then instead they did 4 and a bonus. I can't. I'm done. And we're done. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you guys thought of the episode. We're going to be back next week. Tiffany will be back. I think we're going to get Grant back. So we'll rip into the reunion for y'all.
Reunion time.
You guys can hit me up at DJ Jesse J.
And DJ Richie Skye.
Boom. Hit us up at AfterBuzz TV across all social media platforms. Till next week, same time, same place. Peace.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.